Hi everybody, in this lesson I want to show you how you can figure out the note names for any fret on any string on the guitar using octaves. So in order to do this, you need to start somewhere on a string where you do know the notes. So if you don't know the notes on the heavy two strings, for example, string 6 and string 5, then click on the link at the bottom of this video and that'll open up it'll take you to a PDF document that shows you the notes on the heavy two strings. Once you know that, you can use octaves to find your other notes. For example, if I play the note on the 5th fret of string 6, the heavy string, that is an A. And again, if you don't know that, you can check the chart, click on that PDF link, and that'll open up the document. That is an A. If you know that, then you can use your basic power chord shape, but skip a string. And that is your first octave, meaning 8 notes away, and it's also the same letter name. So if that's an A, you go 2 frets up, like a power chord, and skip a string. And those 2 notes are both A's, the one on the 5th fret, 6th string, and the note on the 7th fret of the 4th string. A and A. So let's do another one. If I go to the 3rd fret on the heavy string, I have a G note. If you know that, then you can do the same, using the same process. Go up 2 frets higher to the power chord shape on the next string, and then skip a string, and those are both G's. So by doing that, by learning all the notes on the heavy string using the chart, you also really know all the notes on the 4th string, or you can figure them out using this octave method. Okay, and if you go to the 5th string, you can do the same thing. If you learn the notes on the 5th string using that chart, 5th fret, for example, on the 5th string is a D. So once you know that, you use the same process. There's my D. I'm going to go up 2 frets higher on the next string, and that'll be a power chord. Skip the string, and go to the 3rd string, and those are both D notes. D, 8 notes away, or 8 letters away, is another D, and those are octaves apart. So if I know my note on, for example, fret 8 of the 5th string, it's F. Once you memorize that, do the power chord, skip a string, and you have 2 F's. So that really will take care of your 4 heavy strings just by knowing the bottom 2. Now to get to your 2 thin strings, the process is very similar. I'm back to my A where I started on string 6. I'm going to find my octave by using my power chord shape and skipping a string. Now once I know that that's A and that's A, I can replace this A with my first finger, and then do the system again where I'm going to skip 2 frets, but I have to go 1 more. That's the only difference. I'm going 1 extra fret with my little finger, and I'm changing strings again, the same as I did before, and that is the next octave. So the shape is that 3 frets apart instead of 2 frets apart. So if this is A, then this is A on the 10th fret, 2nd string. So it started with this A, there's my octave, and from there, there's another octave using that shape. That's 2 octaves or 3 different octaves of A notes. Same thing again with starting on the 5th string. There's my D on fret 5, 5th string. I'll do my power chord, skip a string. Those are both D's, octaves apart. And then from the higher D, do the extra fret with the 4th finger and skip the string. And that gives me another D on the 10th fret, 1st string. So those are all D's as well. So by knowing the notes on the bottom 2 strings, meaning the 2 heavy ones, you can literally figure out any note on the neck. Those are all, those are all D's, those are all G's, and so on. Get used to that shape. And that shape, those 2 shapes come in handy for West Montgomery, George Benson style jazz licks. Just playing octaves and muffling the string in between, and it thickens up the sound, gives you that West Montgomery sound. I hope that helps. Thank you very much.